Hi-ho! Hi-ho, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or midday for wherever it is you are. And I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Because, well, so far I'm having a pretty decent one. Rather sleepy, but aside from that, just decent enough. It's fun. I haven't had lunch yet also. I have this very big thing where, you know, it's not necessarily a problem or anything, but a lot of the time I forget lunch time is coming up until like 3 or 10 or so minutes before the stream, which means 10 or so minutes before the stream I need to start getting lunch ready, including my regular, often included cup of tea. That takes about 10 minutes to set up. So generally, that means I shall be there I shall be 10 minutes before the stream is supposed to start. I'll start setting up something else. And when the stream is supposed to start, I'll still be getting that ready and get it live. But it's okay. I managed to get live at a decent time. Also, hi, Finale. Hi. Welcome. Today, I am once again having chicken cashews. Chinese chicken and cashews. That's the name of the food. It is the same food I had yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's rather nice. So, hi, Skyhawk, Monster Train Base. We love public transportation in this house. True. Public transportation. One of the greatest things of all time, as long as nearly breathed down a grain of rice. I should probably swallow before talking. As I was saying, public transportation, one of the greatest things of all time, if you have the right setup for it. If not, well, good luck. Anyways, what's everyone been doing today? Because today, I have been looking at a few different things. Like, for instance, today I've been looking at, my university, right. University stuff. So, you see, tomorrow I am starting my new university course. And, well, it's actually my final university course for the year. And not just for the year, for the entirety of my university. I am finishing after I finish this course. So that means you'll have even more time with me in the future, even though you'd already had a bunch of time with me. But that's why I rescheduled the stream to today rather than scheduling it on a Friday. Because that is exactly when it turns out my university class is on. So, gotta change up my schedule a bit, but hey, it's okay. At least that means no more classes after these 6 months or so. Well, like, is it even 6 months? It's like 5 or 4 months, right, for uni classes? Something like that. Regardless, I'll be able to have a lot more fun and be a lot more free without any university holding me back. Potentially do a lot more too and plan a lot more without having to worry about university on the days that I am not streaming and am instead planning to stream. because you see, I do actually tend to spend a bit of time planning to stream. Actually, this is getting a bit of inside baseball-y, so I should probably continue eating my lunch first, but, you know. Ironically, you just finished some work for university. It took forever. Yeah, university work can take a while. Also, hi Heiko, Dash. Hi Heiko. Oh, welcome to the stream. Anyways, as I have been saying, I enjoy university work. It is... well, no really. That's not what I was saying. Somehow I got off track because my mouth was talking before I actually thought about what I was saying. What I was going to say was, without the pressures of university, I'll be able to properly plan out big streaming events and not actually have to worry about, like, missing university days or anything, because that is genuinely frustrating sometimes. But hey, it's a lot better than, like, not doing university at all to do university, you know? Because then at least you'll have a college education or something. You know what I mean? College education. Quite fun. Maybe not the correct choice for everyone, but in this economy, you kinda need one to get something like a actual job, unfortunately. But hey, it's all good. I have almost finished my own, and I did a bunch of stuff there too. So I should be going quite well. My throat is a little sore, by the way, so I probably won't be talking as much, but, you know. It shall be fine, because I am playing a game which requires the art of thinking, which is... Actually, you couldn't see that. I was rubbing my fingers against my temple, but you can't see that since... well, you know. But I'm doing it. I'm still doing it now. You can just imagine that, okay? Imagine it. Imagine my fingers running across my temple, rubbing around in circles or something. That's basically what I was doing for a bit there. You know, I feel like sometimes 3D models might have a little tiny bit of an advantage over live 2D models, but they're also much more expensive to get quality ones, so can't exactly get that until I actually have the money to. And that is something that probably won't happen for at least a little bit of time, you know? But hey, it's gonna be all great. Now, on the subject of other things that I've done this week, I have also gotten some new cards. Well, actually, never mind that. I've also, actually, not the cards. I have also gotten my little birthday present for myself. I'm not gonna be using it yet, of course. It is something related to stream and audio and stuff, but as I am certain you are aware, It's just something I want to keep secret until my birthday, which, by the way, I should probably start putting up a plan for my birthday, shouldn't I? I can't just have, like, a regular birthday with, like, nothing there or anything, you know? It's just... that'd be... well, I mean, I can, but I don't want to. I want to have fun on my birthday. And part of that fun will include using my special birthday present for the very first time. Because, well, it's just a pretty cool birthday present. If you get what I'm saying, I should finish my lunch first and then go on to some Monster Train. I will say, it's kind of silly that you have to eat lunch before, like, actually streaming or anything. If you're a streamer, because otherwise you will get burnt out and tired and your energy won't be able to keep up with the stream. I wish you could just eat breakfast and then be able to forget about lunch for the time being, you know? So you could then just go and stream and stream and stream to your heart's content until you realize you're starving and then have to go and actually eat. When I say that, it actually sounds a lot sillier than I first thought initially. Because, like, not needing to eat would be good, but at the same time, it's also not needing to eat at all. Like, the difference between eating sometimes and not eating all the time is kind of, well, you know. That's a significant difference. Would have to eat a huge breakfast for that? That is true. That is actually pretty true. Maybe I should up my breakfast sizes. Actually, no. That's probably not a very good idea. Upping your breakfast sizes is like... it's like fine, you know? But I don't know if I'd do it. Because, like, I don't really wanna. I'm already eating ready-made meals because I want to eat a little less, so... I might have got a bit of bone in there. I don't think there actually was bone in there, but it felt like there was like a teeny bit of bone in there. Because it does use some chicken. And bone in chicken. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. But I'm certain it wasn't quite bone. It was probably just some regular meat that was a bit sharp. don't understand how meat can be a bit sharp, but that's what it probably was. Maybe it just happens, maybe it just gains some kind of inherent sharpness or something. I'm really not certain. Maybe really hard shell? Maybe with a cashew. Since there are cashews in here as well, of course. Anyways, lunch is almost finished. Almost. And it's just about finished. Or at least. I'm gonna put it away and stop heating it now. There we go. That means it's time to begin playing Monster Train. It's not like that funny, but it's Monster Train. It's a fun game. It's also the first game I ever streamed, like genuinely speaking. Alright, should be launching about now. Might take a bit. There we go. It's at the absolute least started up. So, let's begin.
Is enough to reignite a revolution.
Dun, dun, dun.
Our train travels the rail connecting our towers.
This is the bone shaker.
The last surviving remains of the pyre drives the heart of our engine.
As you can see, the pyre drives the heart and stuff. And, like, these people are the angels and stuff.
Will defend what's
And technically, we're working with hell, but the angels are actually the evil ones in this game, funny enough. Well, not necessarily funnily enough, but like, generally that's actually pretty normal. The angels just being being villains, but also the demons are villains as well. It's been done with Doom, done with a whole bunch of other stuff. Monster Train does it pretty well, I think. But we shall begin a new run. Starting off, it shouldn't be too difficult, so... I believe I've already played a decent amount on this account. Yes, I have. I guess... First off, I want to try just a regular Hellhorned Awakened run. Hellhorned Awakened is... Awakened is just pretty normal. So you have Restore, and you have Hornbreaker, Prince, and Fire. So, basically, let me explain to you super quickly what it is that this does. So, Hellhorn's basically your classic aggro race that goes super hard, super fast, and you gotta be super aggressive. And the Awoken, well, they're pretty much the healing race. And the healing race is very, very good at healing. You also have Covenants, which are kind of like Ascensions in, you know, Slay the Spire, right, Slay the Spire. You can use secondary item thingies, but at the same time, I think I'll just use the regular ones because it's probably easier to show off the game with it. Everyone is enemies with everyone then? Not necessarily. All of the champions of hell are working together. So, we have Talos, the Architect, Fel, the Wings of Light, and Seraph, the Diligent as the final boss. And on Monster Train, you generally start with an artifact, which is basically a relic from Slay the Spire, and a Dark Forge, which is basically like you upgrade your champion, who you'll always see in the first hand. So there's multiple different types of champion upgrades. There's like this one. There's 3 different paths, I think. So one's generally more aggressive, one's more like defensive, and one's something else, I forget. But this is what I'll go for. This is the more aggressive one, obviously, so, you know. And here are the artifacts. Ooh, Infused Mallet is really good. Reflecting Lenses is nice, but I'd much rather get Infused Mallet first. Pyre Health is a very important resource, but at the same time, not much consume stuff, so. The thing about Infused Mallet is it instantly deals 5 damage to a lot of enemy units when they enter the train, so it just kills this discipled foot soldier instantly. There's also like these trial challenges where you can get a unit draft because you want to do extra stuff, but I feel like actually it's definitely early enough to do a unit draft. Unit draft's pretty cool. They get you new people, new friends. Alright, so there's also this Trusted Priest, which is essentially, this is a healing character, I believe. Oh, that was easy. You also start off with 3 of these guys. Well, I think 4 of these guys. The train stewards, they basically do cool things which let you, well, do a bunch of stuff. You know? This guy is really strong as well. But the train stewards, essentially, they're your basic units that you get that aren't like anything special or like specifically have the actual... you need to get healed up. The train stewards are the basic units that essentially end up being like your first units. They are pretty cool, but they're generally pretty weak and they don't have any special abilities. Now, as you can see, that is the first fight done. So basically this is like tower defense, except it's also turn-based, except it's also a card game, deck builder. It's a very strange game, but it's not quite bad at all. So you have Welder Helper, you have Fledgling Imp, and you have Fortify. So, Welder Helper is actually pretty good because it's an armor application unit, but Fledgling Imp is real aggressive. It makes your monsters much stronger. Razor Sharp Edge is also pretty great. it is both a... It's both great removal for opponents' creatures and also gives you a whole bunch of attack. Wild Tap is also very good too, but I like Razor Sharp Edge more. Now, as for these... Steel Singer, Husk Hermit, or Animus of Speed. Now, Quick makes your guys go faster than your opponent's guys, so that's cool. Sweep attacks all of them, which is also very cool. And then there's this Steel Singer, which on summon gains a whole bunch of attack. And gains a whole bunch of empty health. And then when you heal him up, he permanently gains 1 attack. I think I'll probably be taking Steel Singer. I feel like I would like to get Steel Singer. Merchant of Steel versus Merchant of Magic. So you can also upgrade your spells and your units on this. So as you can see, there's Alpha Fiend, there's Horned Warrior. I'll skip for the money instead. Now, a very cool thing you can do is give some of your units multi-strike, for instance. Like Steel Slinger. And Fury Stone can also go on the Fledgling Imp, so it gets 12 rage, so that's a pretty powerful Fledgling Imp. You also generally want to start cutting cards from your deck pretty fast. Torch is basically just a worse, you know, that card. The card that's the buff card. Anyways, this is the Plague Doctor person. And this is a person who just has a bunch of health things, and this is Spike person. Slightly frustrating. Non-enemy boss units get +4 and I get another unit draft. I think I'll just skip that and go for a proper unit draft on the next one. So, you take 2 here. Right, yeah. Fun fact, by the way, every time you start, you draw a unit card to your hand, I believe. And this is what I mean when I say it's also a very good thing for, you know, just general stuff. Attacking enemies. Ah, yes. And here is perhaps the best usage of Fledgling Imp. Giving a bunch of HP, like a seriously large amount. And by a bunch of HP, I mean a bunch of attack. Now, thing about this is, I can summon the Steel Singer here, and I won't need to worry because the Steel Singer will simply do a lot of damage because it's got 21 by 2. Also, this does something close. But hey, now the Steel Singer has 24 attack, and it's permanent, not just like on a single turn. Like super duper permanent. Fortify is pretty great, giving you armor to protect your units. It's not exactly Slay the Spire, but it's pretty great. I love Glimmer. Glimmer's great. One of the best ones because you can upgrade spells just as you can upgrade units. So, Merchant of Steel versus an artifact. So, also, fun fact, that is a giant worm. That worm is a living being. Well, was a living being once. It's very clearly not a living being anymore. Rail Beater or Steelworker, right. Steelwork is a pretty great unit. Keeps you some stuff. Light's Gift is also pretty great. But I'd much rather take Hell's Banners, because that way it's much easier to summon the Steel Singer. Ah yes, Ember Deposits. You can take either this +1 energy per turn for every 2 Blight cards in your deck, so that's 1 more energy, or get 3 Embers now, and maybe later get a bunch more. I feel like the best option would probably be Calcified Ember. Keeping it quiet, and then later on, using them for massive damage, because seriously, they can go pretty great. Now we have to fight Telos, the Architect. Now, Telos is pretty strong when she enters. When she has this ability, especially, like, enemy units enter with Rage 2, and Talos attacks every turn and gains armor on Slay, which means that every time your unit is killed, Talos gets an extra boost in HP. It is slightly frustrating, probably. So, I feel like the best option would be this, and this. Like this. As you can see, Steel Singer is doing quite a good job. I should probably kill one of these. 7 7 is 14. Right. I forgot, she also attacks. I am sure Steel Singer will be just enough for me to do quite well. You get here in front, my friend. You get here in front. Steel Singer will be gaining a bunch of HP and a bunch of attack for later on in the run. Permanent attack. Also, honestly, I really like this song because it's like, it all makes perfect. It's like the Pink Floyd song, you know? It all makes perfect sense, expressed in dollars and cents, pounds, shillings, and pence. It gives those vibes. Can't you see? It all makes perfect sense. Expressed in dollars and cents, pounds, shillings, and pence. Can't you see? It all makes perfect sense. It's a pretty great song. I like some of that. And now this should be death for Talos, because, like, seriously. This Steel Singer is very strong. It is a very powerful unit that is basically obscene. Now a rare pack, so means I get one of 3 rare cards. So 10 health, draw X and apply -1 energy to the cards, or apply 2 rage and 2x rage and 2 armor. Honestly, Cycle of Life is probably for the best. As for the unit draft, Demon Fiend, I think I'll take Animus of Will. Animus of Will is quite strong. See? There's also this, Light of Seraph, which is very important, I think, because it means I can put the Steel Singer and the Hornbreaker Prince on the same floor, which should be absolutely perfect. Perfect for me and for everything. I could go here to get a bunch of stuff down, but duplicating a card seems like it would be better, honestly. I need to check. The cavern is... The next cavern is 2 fights away. I see. I think I'll be able to do this. So I'll take Rail Beater or Deranged Brute. No, wait, yeah, probably Deranged Brute because Hornbreaker Prince can be very strong. Or the Imp. This Imp, the fledgling one. And upgrade the champion. Oh. Gain armor 15 and rage 3. Don't mind if I do. Now let's see. Ah, yes, this guy. This guy is frustrating. Very frustrating. Non-best enemies. Enter with Spike 4. No, that's not worth a random artifact. Absolutely not worth it. 100%. So, you want to do something like this? Da 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 da. Then you use these two and then put train guy, what's his name? Train steward up on the top. I shall restore this, heal this guy up, and you go behind the train steward, please and thank you. Now with the heals, this shall be quite good. Very, very strong. As for this, it is time for a fledgling imp. And also, I guess you can play this too, because then this gives this, for instance. And you can get armor and also kill this guy. Mr. Gorbachev, kill this guy. This does this, then you do a whole bunch of stuff, blah blah blah, and this guy should just super easily go out, because that's just how easy it is. But also, look at this. Massive, massive imps. Now, you shall now die. Thank you. Have a good day. Clan pack and allied clan pack. So Rage Serum is pretty good. March of Seals is great. It's moving a unit to the front and applying armor 10, just pretty great. I'd probably much rather use Rage Serum though, because it's just simple, clean, and consumes itself. Focus Growth is also really good with the new guy. And it is time for the calcified ember to become excavated ember. Which is great. Would it be accurate to say that this game is all about training? Perhaps. Perhaps. I could remove duplicate and take, but I could also remove by going over here. That seems just as likely, so I can purge a couple of torches. They don't seem to be doing me any good anyways. Yeah. You'll be getting large stone, but I'll purge another card anyways. I'll purge this torch. Fury stone, let's see. I can make these Rage 14, which would be funny, but like, I'd much rather have massive Animus of Will that combos really well with the Deranged Brute. Because that's pretty great, I think. Don't really need much fire health, but I shall take Scorching Restraints, because that's even further more rage. Oh my goodness. Spell shield 2. I don't think there's any spells I use that are particularly like, you know... damaging. There's Glimmer, but that's... There's Razor Sharp Edge. Razor Sharp Edge works differently from Spell Shield though, and Torch, I don't really use them often. I think doing this for 150 should be enough. Especially considering Rage on friendly units adds an additional +3 per stack. Ah, yes. And right, stealth, I forgot about that. Stealth is the most annoying mechanic in this entire game, I'd like to say. Mainly because, well, let's just say this thingy is like, the first turn they appear, they can't be targeted in battle at all. It's just a little silly, if you ask me. 54 by 2. So that's 55 exactly. I'd probably much rather do this first. So first off, you come here. Then you shall go down here so I can summon you in the front. And you also can help too. And that is the great ability working. Anyways, let's do some healing and also extra buffing, because this buffing is completely fair and balanced. Technically I can kill my own thing, but I think it'll be just fine. The best use is to kill that though, because it goes around spell shield. Now, as you can see, this is pretty great. No. I should probably decraft all the torches or something like that, because I am pretty sure they are not very useful whatsoever. Okay. And now, as you can see, the Steel Singer has a lot of HP. Like, a lot. Definitely more than enough to, like, withstand this guy. Like, this guy should really not be that difficult to withstand anyway. I meant to kill that imp so I could then play this fledgling imp up here, but unfortunately it seems as if that didn't quite work. Also, I don't really need it, because apparently this guy just straight up dies to the Steel Singer. Yeah, that sounds about right. Branding right is I like Pyre Tromper. Lets me play a lot of my more expensive cards. But I already have a pretty thick deck. I should probably consider cutting the final 2 torches. And maybe a couple of the train stewards. So, get Pyro Tromper. And Graft is decent. I think Wake is probably better though. Probably a lot better. Now, Concealed Caves versus this. I mean, obviously this. You gotta take cards out of your deck. So, like, one... Might as well keep 1 torch in at the moment. Now for this, I shall purge another Train Steward, since that is totally fine. Spell can cost -1, which is really good for Awake, since that's a lot more HP. Razor Sharp Edge just turning into like a pretty great thing is kind of silly. Because it's free real estate. But seriously, Awake's more likely to work. And then Concealed Caverns, which is the random event moments. Ooh, Chaos Portal. I think I will purge a card. Bye-bye, Train Steward. And a random rare Awoken or Hellhorned. I think I'll gain a random rare Awoken. Nice. Gain quick, I see. So that means I can... Remove consument cost +1. Of course. Yep. That is exactly the plan I was going for, chat. I was gonna remove it. And now here is Fell, the Wings of Light. So Alabaster Guardians, which she summons like on every floor, gives them, have multi-strike, and Fell gives units rage. Which is not necessarily very good. But fortunately, this says rage on friendly units as opposed to rage on foes. So... I think perhaps the best way to do that is... Boom. Actually, maybe I should have played Hornbreaker Prince at the back instead of at the front. But hey, can't fault a girl for trying, eh? Now you can come up here, and Steelworker, I guess, can go behind you or something. Or would going in front be better? So 1, 2... Steel Singer in front of Steel Worker. Restore armor, and yep, that seems like it should be a pretty decent enough battle. Now, this is partially why Awake is so good. So, Excavated Ember. Now you come down here. Wait, no, that's not quite how it would work. I think maybe Animus of Will first, then the Fledgling Imp here. Yeah, like that. So, now you do heal this, and heal this. And that is a lot of damage. That's like a serious amount of damage. If this game had an equivalent to Slay the Spire's Unceasing Top, I would be pretty well off right now, I think. Boof. You go here, you go here. You heal up, and let's just continue moving on. And now, oh, I actually have a really small deck, which is great. Especially great because it's just like kind of ridiculous. Like, I'll almost always draw my good cards when I go first. So, you come on up here. I shall heal you up even further, and then you heal up further. The multi-strike quick is kind of absurd if you ask me, by the way. Like, seriously, multi-strike quick. That is not something that is very good for the enemy to go up against. It's also not something that's very good for me to go up against, but that's basically every multi-strike enemy ever. in Slay the Spire if you're not going against them, you know? Oh! Well, yeah, that certainly did something. Now, the weakest floor literally murdered Fell. Yeah, that's pretty much how the game could be. Ooh! Yes, I like Unleash the Wildwood. That is a very good card. I think a better card for now would... I'm doing pretty well on energy, and the capacity's fine, so I think, honestly, I want to change it to drawing cards instead of something else. Now, on the next shop, you get Merchant of Trinkets, which you can also get here. A Hoard or something else. Is there any Hoard here? Doesn't look like it. But there is a Dark Forge here. This enemy is usually a pretty strong one, so I think the best place to go would be here, the Forgotten Boons. Concealed Caverns for potentially some more. Trap Shoot or Steel Pulley Claw. This is quite good, by the way. I think the best one should probably be Trap Shoot. The other one costs like a decent amount. Like, not a super high amount, but like at least a decent amount. Makes it more survivable, and also get multi-strike, so it gets extra. I still think this is the correct way to play it. Now let's see Merchant of Trinkets. Mark of an Exile. Interesting. I think I like that. Giving my champion extra health so that when I play him, well, you know, it's quite good. So this is the one that's... These are massive ones that I think I can probably deal with it, but I'd rather not, so bye-bye. So, on this one, I think it'll be like this, then these two up here. Which should be quite good. This gives the Steel Singer a pretty nice thing, though. So, 1, 2, 3. You can get more rage. You come up here, Steelworker, and you heal to full. Now, draw a card. I really need to get rid of these. Like, seriously. The Steel Singer has grown greatly, though. Like, seriously. Not even really joking here. So, it'd be good to kill the Fledgling Imp, then get even more damage on. As you can see, it's quite good. Now the best way to do this is focused growth. Also give this quick. And a bit of armor as well. Now, it's essentially locked up perfectly. Gonna win. So go for another focus growth. And here, I guess I can just regen it, so I can get even more attack on my Steel Singer. And now I shall quick the Steel Singer, which will be quite good. Also, you get a lot more attack. Thank you. Now this should just be an easy kill. Like I said, easy kill. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, Inferno. Inferno is pretty nice. Deals all of them, but at the same time... Piercing is very good. I think I'll take Inferno. Honestly though, I can skip this. It'll be totally fine. I think I want to remove a card though more than anything else, so... Unstable Vortex, here we go. Remove. Remove. And that's about it. Really? Inferno seems a little risky. Well, see. If you read this tooltip, it says tip spells only affect one floor. So that means I only need to do it... I need to set up a floor, so it's not that bad. Okay. I suppose I might as well give the Steel Singer quick, actually. That would be kind of insane. I don't think there's anything that costs 80. But I could have purchased the money that is very good for anything. Anyways, Seraph the Diligent. Time to go up against him. This guy does a bunch of annoying stuff. So... I think the best way to do this would be this. Because this is rather frustrating. These already consume, so it's not quite so difficult to do all of these. So you can come up here alongside Deranged Brute and Fledgling Imp. You get quick, and you get healed up a bunch. And also, Steelworker, you go on the top, just in case. As you can see, it is quite good. Now, Excavated Ember, once again, has shown its worth. Now I'll get rid of these Vengeful Papyrus shards. Perhaps self-mutilation as well, because that is very important not to have. Excavate. And I suppose Glimmer's like fine. So I have no clue if this does more damage or not, but I think it does a decent enough amount. But at least Animus of Will has a good job. And it means I can do quite some nice things with my other units. Steelworker working up here is pretty good too. You gotta love that guy. He works the steel. I'll probably unleash the Wildwood since I think... I probably... Yeah, unleash the Wildwood is the correct play. Keeping this the highest HP he can be is very important. So you, Daze, you also get this, this, and I feel like that's probably enough. Now, Glimmer, you use this, and that's pretty much it for the first run of the day. As you can see, it's quite easy, at least when you are playing specifically on the lowest covenant, which is just meant to be alright and fine and easy. So yeah, got a decent enough score. I'm not sure if it's my best score, but it is not. It is my second best score. Interesting. Now then, I shall go at it with another angle. This time, instead of primarily Hellhorn and secondarily the Awoken, I shall do the Awoken primarily and Hellhorn secondarily. I'll show you all just how this works. So, we've got Daedalus the Protector. He's more of a crafter guy and fell again. And then there's Seraph the Temperate. Which makes all your enemies, all your units weaker. Which is just pretty unfortunate, I'd say. It's frustrating, but it should be perfectly fine if you ask me. Should be perfectly, absolutely fine. Now, let's see. We got a Dark Forge, we got an Artifact. Absolutely. 25% merchant cost reduction is ridiculous. Then there's Sentient, which is Rejuvenate or Spikes. I like the Rejuvenate one. That's quite strong. Because it's also pretty aggressive. And being aggressive in this game is just the correct play, I think. Now let's see. 1 HP, 20 HP, 50 HP. Yeah, this should be fine. Because mainly, oof, boom, 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 you to protect you. And now you are dead. Well, actually, you are even deader than dead. Deader than you were before. That was very easy. Very, very easy. Now, I haven't shown you a sting run yet, I don't think, so I might as well try that. Hornbreak is also pretty great. Now, Steelworker, Railbeater, or Horned Warrior. Out of these, I think... Steelworker is probably the best still. 18 cards in the deck is pretty decent. I also need an Awoken unit though, because that is important. So I have a large stone here. It's probably better to get... This is good. This is good. I like this. So, large stone on a sweep unit is quite strong, especially since the sweep units tend to be rather, well, good. Anyways, cut out of the deck. Bye-bye, one of your train stewards. Bye-bye. Also, everything is way cheaper now because of that relic. So I might as well actually give Strength Stone or Battle Stone to this. Probably Strength Stone since I already have Large Stone. And then Battle Stone, you can go to the Steelworker. Make you more durable. Armor 10, 25, 1. I think that's well enough. Decent enough. So this is probably the best place to put it. Steelworker can go on the second floor. And there we go. Look at you. There you go. Now with this, you simply shall not be able to do well at all. Well, I mean, well within the context of this game, of course. I've only stayed down behind to protect the Covenant. Oh, that sounds nice. No, this doesn't have incant, so this should be fine. Sting. Torch. Torch. Yeah, that should be fine enough. Da, da, da. A razor sharp hedge is always good. Cycle of life is nice. And bramble ashes. Razor sharp hedge I'll take. I don't know. Hidden passage is really good though. Lets you get multiple cool units onto a single floor. Now let's see. I don't need a heal up any, so I think artifact is probably good. Concussive coal is nice. Concussive coal is really nice. Dazing an enemy. That is pretty great. Shattered shell or awoken hollow. I already have a husk hermit, so perhaps I can use an awoken hollow. I feel like an awoken hollow would be good. And oh, the blacksmith. Hef the blacksmith huddles near the train. She is clearly unaccustomed to the cold. I trust the rail has been smooth. Well, as smooth as it can be in times like these. Right. Well, I found something of use. A couple of relics left behind by my father. I wasn't sure when you'd come by the forge, so I trekked out into this damned cold to find you. I don't have room for them both, but I figure you might have need for one. Hell, I might even be able to upgrade it later if it suits you. Yep, I shall take the spike driver colony. Odd Hef hands over the strange machine. Odd thing, that invention, but if my old man made it, it's sure to work better than any junk you'd get from the Crucible. And if you can get a few more of them, 4 more will do, I'll make it worth your while. That seems relatively easy. Now with Daedalus. I shall use these spike driver colonies to the best of my ability. Guess the best option here would be Husk Hermit. So that's only 5 HP. Oh. Oh, you go up here. You come over here. And I suppose you can also come over here. I'll put this guy at the top. House Kermit being so huge is very nice. Now you shall simply die. Nice! Daze is very important. So... now you... this is also completely fine because there is nothing to worry about and I shall just kill these two. Now I probably will draw another one soon, but this is still 1 HP damage done. So, figure I might as well fix that. And the final wave is now. Quite good, if I do say so myself. So now I already have 2 of those rail thingies. I need 2 more. So 1 horn's tone spike or reinforce. How do I protect units from fragile? I assume spike is probably the better one. Well, spike's almost certainly the better one. Ah, Vine Mother. I like Vine Mother. Lets you do a bunch of sting stuff. Light of Seraph, no. Fell's Remorse, maybe Fell. Fell is pretty good. Well, I mean, this is Fell, I think, but her ability is okay. So let's see. All right, duplicate. That means I can duplicate this battle driver. Yay. 1 more to the road. Now, I don't know about you, but I like this one. Slay, apply rage, or... no. Not quite the build that I'm going for, I don't think. Now spikes, that is perfectly fine, I'm pretty sure. The reason for that is this. Steelworker might be good. Not exactly certain. I think I'll put Steelworker up at the top as usual. I'll use this. This can come up here. And I suppose Awoken Hollow can come up the top too. Maybe Vine Mother behind. No, of course, obviously this behind. You take damage here, and then this. And also this, I guess. Taking 1 damage is totally fine by me. A single point of damage. That's nothing. Now, I believe I have 4 of this now. Yep, I have 4 Spike Driver colonies. Which is nice. Spike Driver colony is a pretty great unit. So, heal up you, heal up you, heal up you. Might as well give you some extra HP. And you can go in front for like a little, as a treat. Now you two, don't worry. I'm certain it will be just fine. And I'll give you an extra regen. And that is how we do things here. Not quite defeated, but close enough to it that it doesn't really matter. Boop, 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 boop. And that's the game. Which I believe means Hef is now going to come back and upgrade the power drivers. Rationing scales, So 3 for each health loss. So 50. 50 by 3 is 150 HP. That's really good. But also, this is under the assumption that I won't be losing much power health, which is probably fine, honestly. Preserved Thorns is nice, but healing one is also nice, but I like Preserved Thorns better. Impish Scholar. Many consume spells. There's 1, 2 consume spells. I think this should be enough. But now, I upgrade all my Spike Driver colonies with plus 20. And as you can see, this is just rather great. I need to take... Wait, 1 to still upgrade further, but... No, I think the Forgotten Boons can be quite good, so... I'll use the Unstable Vortex to decraft a couple of Train Stewards, use Merchant of Magic to get some pretty nice spells. Make Preserved Thorns pretty much free, I feel like, would be good. Razor Sharp Hedge being free would also be good, but eh. I think I'll try a reroll. So, another free spell. Razor Sharp Hedge, of course. 10 magic power, restore 12 health with restore instead of something else. Let's see. I might as well get this too. So, a 1-cost Preserved Thorns that does not consume is quite good. This is a sweeper, so I don't think it's worth it doing this. Not very worth it at all. Now, Vine, Mother, and the Sentient together should do a decent amount. I'll put Steelworker up the top again. And that's about it, I think. This one's also sweep, so frustrating a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. Dun, dun, da, dun. So multiple of these guys behind. I need to get some upgrades for them. They are very strong, but only really when you manage to actually upgrade them. 1, 2, 3. 10 more. And you take some healing up now. And you die. Now, preparing Sting is always important because, well, you know, it's Sting. But at the same time, it's frustrating to draw it when you want to draw better ones. You know what's up? Hi, Bean. Hi. Welcome, welcome. I am doing some monster training. It is rather fun. Rather very much fun, actually. I like it a lot. So you get in and you get a bunch of stuff. It's like, imagine Slay the Spire plus a tower defense. It's kind of like that. Except also not really. Maybe a little. Hmm, 50 versus 48. 6 8s to 48. So regardless, I think doing this should add 60 damage, which should kill. Yeah. That's the maths. You gotta love them. I certainly do. This one I like. I really like. I'll skip this. Everything else, I simply go ahead. Now, 15 more gold. Spells get an extra... Oh, this is very good. X spells cost +3 extra. Now, an immortal stone, or simply just endless... Oh, one of these is probably more than enough, and a large stone spike driver colony. See, fun fact, large stone spike driver colonies are some of the greatest enemies, and by enemies, I mean some of the greatest units that you will be ever able to summon. That is kind of ridiculous. Alright, Fel. You can add Scourges to my hand if you want. It's frustrating, but it's not that big a deal. So, you come down here, House Kermit. You can probably defend, and this should be just fine. Yep. As I thought. You gain a bunch more attack as well. And then I get some extra resolve stuff. So you do a bunch of damage, you two together. Now, heal up and everything will surely be just fine. Because you'll murder these friends like the enemies they are. They're not actually friends, they're enemies, very clearly. Now this, a 2-drop, makes it really, really good. And this makes this obscene, kind of. seriously, these ones are very strong. Also, I think this is for some reason doing it to everything, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Or is it this, or is it something else? Probably just this. Probably just getting extremely lucky. Which is good. I like getting extremely lucky. That's basically my brand. Extremely lucky Aiko Yakumo. Lightning Spirit VTuber. Luckiest Lightning Spirit VTuber of all time. Except not actually really, but kind of. I am pretty lucky. Now you go up here and that shouldn't kill, but it should get very close. Oh, I like that a lot, to be honest. But the thing about this is, you can also just simply do this and this and do them for free. Not for any money or anything, but for absolutely free. Dum, 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 dum. Wait, I think I got an achievement, actually. Oh, nice. I got the achievement Beat Fell before her combat stage. Very nice. Fell is particularly difficult, so that is very cool. So let's see. Herzel's compound. I think Light of Seraph is worth using now. There's Seraph the Temperament. What I want to get is some more upgrades on my friendly friends, meaning the spike drivers. So the easiest way to do that is to come here, go to the Merchant of Steel, get a bunch of health upgrades, and each of those health upgrades will help me allow these units to live much longer. It's simply fantastic. Now, I'll also need to remove some torches because cutting down my deck size so I can simply add a bunch of stings with my, sting things is pretty great. Actually, wait. Maybe I should do this with Awoken Hollow or Steelworker or something. No, that's a bit silly. Awoken Hollow could probably use it, and there's no reason not to get it, so there we go. Ah, I see. 60 damage. Very nice. Now, it seems like I shall do quite a while. Ancient Hate, Spell Shield 2. Spell Shield 2, Sting has Pierce, right? No, that's a relic that does that, so I think it's probably fine to go without, especially considering this thing. The boss is also a bit frustrating, but I'm sure things will be fine. So let's see. This gives me 3 stings. You go in front, you go behind. You come up here. Gonna raise you up so you die easily. Ah, frustrating. But hey, at least I got it first. Ah, the large stone one. I like this one. You gotta use the large stone one. So, because large stone is a very good unit. And by a very good unit, I mean a very good ability. self-mutilation, purging should be fine. You come over here. Maybe you were better at the front. But it's completely, totally fine without detail. As you can see, I'm doing a pretty nice job right now of doing some streaming. Well, of course, I'm doing a pretty nice job at doing some streaming, but I'm doing a pretty nice job now at surviving this battle. You go at the back, of course, because you are the weakest link. I wonder why it's called the weakest link. Is it like weakest chain link or something? It probably is weakest chain link, isn't it? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... I technically have this, so I could do this and then later do the other one. More stings. This doesn't have sweep, it has trample. And that's more than enough. Might as well reduce the amount of damage to the lowest that I can take, though. As you can see, the pile drivers are quite strong. Like, seriously. Seems like a pretty fun game. It is indeed a fun game. It is one of the fun games of all time. Tiresome Climb is actually really good, I think. I think I'll get some spell upgrades now. Actually, no. Merchant of Steel is still the more important thing. Unstable Vortex, I can probably cut a couple of cards. Though I don't know what cards I want to cut exactly. You know what? I think I don't want to cut any of them. A second Lifestone Pile Driver Colony, hmm? Interesting, interesting, interesting. And Priory's Cloak as well. This and this are quite good. So I think, for my purpose, it should be the best to get all of these. And now we go up against Seraph the Temperament. I think this should probably be the easiest. You can go up one, I think, I guess. And because you have days 2, things shouldn't really matter that much. Sting. I think I want to put Husk Hermit down here as well. Oh, Sap too? Right, yeah. I forgot about that little factoid. This is also important though, so... You come up here, Awakened Hollow, for you shall help awaken the monstrous of... The monstrous... No, that's a bit silly. So 2 large stone pile drivers. Interesting. Sting, sting, sting. Another one. And then you get healed. Dung, 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 dung. Dung, dung, dung. It's kind of silly because you can get a lot of max health all up from your things. So first up, ascend. You shall ascend to the top, I think. This is the Heartstone, Heartstone, Heartstone. So I believe this is the large stone and this is the other large stone, so I'll bring this one up to the top as well. Now the other tiny ones can all get along together on here, which is a bit ridiculous because, like, seriously, have you seen it? The sap can be a little frustrating, but I'm sure it should be fine. Now Sting, on the other hand. Sting is quite good. Quite good, as a matter of fact. Boop. And now, all of you take a bunch of damage. Yeah, thing about Sting is it does actually genuinely make your hand full, though. Like, it is a very full hand. Extremely full hand. Though it should be fine. This is the final boss, after all. And the final boss is something you want, like, the least to, you know. Let's see. Almost full damage. And now it is the final wave. Quite nice. So, whiff, whiff, whiff. Whiff and whiff. And then, for good measure, 3 more stings. So, I don't even have to worry the teensiest little bit about Seraph the Tempered. As you can see, easy game, easy life. I love this game. Monster Train's really fun. It has a lot of cool strategies. It has actually been a very long while since I've played it though, so I'm kind of surprised I'm actually doing so well. Like, seriously. Shouldn't I be doing a bit worse? Perhaps? Just a little bit worse? Maybe. It doesn't seem like it, to be honest, but, like, still. Anyways, the run was great. I think I might try and leave it off early today, because I'd rather not make my younger sibling any further angry with me, because we'll see. I am supposed to take care of the dogs today, and I will do it for a bit longer, so gotta finish up pretty much now. So I'll see you all on Sunday, probably also at my birthday stream, which will be on Monday almost certainly. Thanks everyone for coming along. Hope you all enjoyed it. I am going to go and have a lie down somewhere else and do some pretty important stuff, because tomorrow is university and I should probably read my university course introduction stuff. So with that, I'll just say bye Co everyone. See you all on Sunday, 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Once again, bye Co.